Hello, this is Spidey1958 and welcome to my brand new Let's Play, Pathfinder Kingmaker, the release game. Yes, it's finally out and I have been really pondering what to do. And that I have two ideas and I think I am going to go with the first one. So let's go ahead and create a new game here. So we'll start in normal mode. We'll leave critical hits weak. We'll leave death door on. Dead companions will stay dead. Remove negative effects on rest. We'll leave that off. Auto level up will turn off. Do we want some? Let's go ahead and switch this to normal enemies. And let's up the party damage to normal. So then we'll have normal enemy difficulty. We don't want to have our weight effect stuff. We want to manage our kingdom normally. We want everyone to get experience. Only skill user receives skill check and experience. Now let's leave everyone. What's this one? Only one save slot is available in this mode. The game saves automatically in key points and upon game exit. So that's sort of like their super killer mode. Immersive mode. This mode disables almost all interface hints in combat, lines of attack. Currently, we don't want that. Show tutorial. We'll leave it on. I don't need it, but that way you guys can see it. So let's go ahead and hit next. We're going to create a custom character here. Next. I don't really like that. I want to go with Asmir, which unfortunately no longer use human models. I preferred them when they were using human models. You just don't have enough good photos. Of course, you can do custom ones if you actually have any skill in art, which I don't. So we'll go ahead and go with her. And change the hair black, which won't make any difference because when we choose Asmir, we get this. So let's go with that color hair and skin. I think that hairstyle works. Let's check the faces out. I think I like that face, and we now have body types which can be big, skinny, or normal. We'll go with normal. And of course no beard. So let's go ahead and do next. And we're going to select Cleric and Crusader. So we're going to build basically a fighting cleric. These are new, by the way. We can hit load pre-made, which will basically automatically level up the character for you throughout the whole game and basically build the whole character for you. I am definitely not going to use that, but it's there for those people who want to start. So let's go ahead and change our color scheme out. These are new too. So let's make her main color bluish. And her secondary color yellow. Actually, let's change the main color to purple. Yeah, purple. Purple and gold. Sounds good to me. So let's go ahead and do next. And I think we want Lawbringer, which would give us Con and Wiz. There isn't one that gives you... Your basic choices are you have Wisdom and Charisma. You have Strength and Charisma. Though we could do Strength and Charisma. Nah. Well... Now I'm faced with a pondering. Let's actually go with Strength and Charisma. I know it's not going to buff our main stat. Well, I'll think about it here. So Intelligence and Charisma. Constitution and Charisma. Constitution and Wisdom. Dexterity and Charisma. And Dexterity and Wisdom. So do we want Lawbringer or Angelkin? The only reason to get Charisma is if I want to do a 13 Charisma so I can get additional selective channel would be nice. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with Angelkin. Boom. So next we need to choose our god. I'd like to get Animal Domain, which we can get from here. From Estriel. But her chosen weapon is longbow, and we definitely don't want a bow. Assuming we use our god's weapon. So I could do Iomede, his long sword, but she doesn't have animal. I think Sarine's the only other one that has animal. Let's see. Darkness, Death, Destruction, Evil. Definitely don't want that. Death, Evil, Magic, Strength, War. We want something preferably that can be neutral good. Air Charm, Good Luck, Protection. Fire Glory, Good Healing Sun. Chaos, Destruction, Evil, War. We don't want that. Death, Healing, Knowledge. Charm, Death, Evil, Knowledge, Trickery. Destruction, Knowledge, Magic, Protection. Healing, Knowledge... I can't talk. Knowledge, Law, Rune, Strength. Glory, Good, Law, Sun, War. Chaos, Destruction, Evil, Madness. Chaos, Darkness, Destruction, Madness. Oh, here's one. It can be neutral good. Its favorite weapon is a trident. I didn't even know tridents were in the game. Where in the world am I going to get a trident? Maybe I start with one? I doubt there are magic tridents. So, do we go animal? So these are the two that look like the only two that give me animal. The reason for animal is it gives me yeah, the only reason to go with animal is because it gives me an animal companion, which I'd sort of like, is the way I have the character envisioned. But I was also looking at a sword and board. Let's go ahead and go with Gomez. We will channel positive energy, and we will take the animal domain. So next. Oops. Yeah, that's right. So we want wisdom. And we need at least 1 point of charisma. We may take 2. Strength. And con. So, not great, but should be reasonable. So, for skills, we will take religion. I will probably be the main religion. Well, And persuasion. So that's another reason to take the charisma, is to get that little extra persuasion, because, you know, the leader should have persuasion. Okay, next. So our basic feat, we could take selective channel right off the bat. Ooh, they added arcane armor training, though it only drops it by 10%, but still, it's in there. I wonder if you can take it multiple times. You can take combat casting. So let's go ahead and take combat casting. And for our bonus, we could take martial weapons, which would let us use all weapons. Then we could do sword. But then we won't be able to get heavy armor till third. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because I want to use longsword. So next. And we'll make her brave.
Let's move. This doesn't suit me. I stand ready.
And we'll make her neutral good. I thought about taking paladin, but I really want to see if I start neutral good. Well, maybe let's go ahead and do, well, neutral. Now let's go with neutral good. And we'll set the birth date for, oh, let's see. Let's set it for Valentine's Day. Assuming they have the equivalent in this world. And let's go ahead and do next. Oh, need a name. We'll pronounce it Jarcia. I don't know how you'd actually pronounce that, but it's pronounced Jarcia, so. And next. So there we go. We have our skills. And complete. And I know we don't look like our picture very much, but such is life.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
I think they improved the book art a little.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
They do seem to like each other so much.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
There's a whole team of us. Who will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found the barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
It's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
He seems rather confident of our ability.
My name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
We sure will. Just wait, we've plenty of great feats in store.
I have no doubt. Kind of related, I wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain.
You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later based on the tales of best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard from their friend, who heard from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read such a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Not a bad plan. It's settled then. I'll accomplish the feats and you'll write them down.
Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
So do we have equipment yet? So I have a heavy mace, a shield, and some studded leather. And a couple ever-burning torches. Also, I appear to have a trident, which is a one-handed weapon. So, great. Trident's my god's weapon. Let's switch it out. We'll see just how strange a weapon it is. Let's see. It's 1d8, 20 crit. So it's really, for all practical purposes, except for the fact it does piercing instead of bludgeoning, it's the same weapon. So, okay. We'll make our gods happy by using the right weapon. But I doubt there are very many magic tridents out there. Which is why I took martial, so I could get long swords. Because you find lots of magic long swords and almost no one in the party can use them. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
I'm going to leave these screens up for like 2-3 seconds, so if you want to pause and look at them, you can.
Charge!
Yeah.
We can do it!
I'm going to poke you. In 2 more seconds. Whoops, 1 more second. There you are. You've been poked. We'll take the chain shirt. Daggers are only worth 1 gold. We'll take it for now, but we'll probably drop it as soon as we need to drop something. Okay, so let's take off the studded leather and switch up to the chain shirt. Also notice now when you select something, it shows you what slots they can go in. So let's go ahead and fill one of the slots with a torch. Actually, let's do it this way. Boop. Normally not going to do that because I can throw light spells. Speaking of light spells, we have a bless spell memorized, and that's it. So we can learn, we have Magic Fang is the only domain spell we got, and we have nothing to use it on. But we'll memorize it anyway. Okay. Why do I only have, should I have 2 spells? Maybe it's because my wisdom's low. No, I have an 18 wisdom. Maybe Crusaders get less spells. That could be. Okay. Let's go out the door here and go over here and loot. There's some new stuff on here. I noticed when I was testing earlier. We don't really need the dagger. Bow's worth money. We'll leave the dagger.
It is done.
Gold coins and incense. Vendor trash, as they say. And bookcase. Yeah, there are bookcases now, and the bookcases quite often have books in them. This one has the Case of Ancient Iberian. The Curse, sorry. And money. And an old map of Estiv, which is just something, again, just money. Okay, so let's head back out here.
We cannot be defeated! Strike with all your might!
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
So that gets us up to armor class 16. Not great. Not horrible. We'll see if we can find better armor along the way. And you...
And Lindsay was called forth.
Go ahead and throw a spell. Okay. So we're at that wrapping up point, so we will save the episode here. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the episode, giving me a dislike's fine, but please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.